Hey guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to my channel, Engelgeist. This is the daily forecast for July 13th, Monday. This is not necessarily specifically only for that day. If you are seeing this on a different day, it is for the highest and latest good of the collective, so it may still resonate with you whenever you find it or come across it. So please don't turn it off, just in case you are seeing it and you're like, oh wait, that's not the right date. There still might be meaning in it for you. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. And for those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very, very much. I really appreciate it. Let's get into this. We had some really interesting cards this week. So if you watched yesterday's forecast, it's kind of an exciting week. I sort of felt like we're going to be a little bit in a holding pattern in the beginning part of the week and the midweek. That Eight of Pentacles, even though it signifies work being done, that spider in the center of the web on the design of the card speaks to this idea of still sort of feeling stationary, even though we might be working around us, right? Building that web, so to speak, forming those ideas. But by week's end, it really feels like something's going to break open. We also had that card of the Phoenix, which to me is, definitely a symbolism of rising from the flames, from the ashes. So whatever's not working for us or whatever we think is sort of in our way, not serving us, whatever, I think we're getting ready to set up for departure from that in some way, shape, or form. Each in our own different way, of course, because this is, there's many of you watching this. So keeping that in mind, you do have to apply this to your life and where it fits. Also, another thing that I've been feeling the need to say lately is never take anything that I read over your own intuition, okay? Any action or decisions that you make due to a reading of mine, they're solely responsible. The sole responsibility falls upon your shoulders, right? I'm not trying to take away anybody's opportunity to make a decision, or I just want to help to validate you guys or help you guys to find opportunities to focus on things that may be more positive or help you through situations, make you a little bit more aware. But what you do with it is up to you. All right, so let's see what's going on this week. I'm excited to build on this Sunday's reading. Also, the truth stone that we got on that obsidian. To me, it just speaks to this idea of grounding in our truth, whatever that may be, either positive or negative. We need to ground in that and remain like sort of stuck to that like glue this week. So let's see what we got going on. Okay. Interesting. This is the Nine of Pentacles. I had to actually count the pentacles because I don't know my Roman numerals. Is that 9 or 10? Hold on. That's 9. It's 3 sets of 3. That's not how you make a 9, though. Isn't that the number 10? Isn't an X the number 10? I'm confused. Let me check the book really quick, guys, because I just want to be sure. I feel like an X is 10. A V is 5. Let me just double check this really quick. I need to find it anyways. I'm not going to read it, but I'll read it after. But let me just make sure that this is indeed the 9 of Pentacles. No, that's not the 9. It's the 10. That's confusing. Okay. So the 10 of Pentacles is actually a really good card without reading the, wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Am I not crazy? Oh, I maybe not had had enough coffee. I don't understand why they've done this way, but maybe it's in the description in the book. All right, the 10 of Pentacles to me is always about completion of cycles, right? And we do have that Hanged Man energy underneath this, right, in the beginning part of the week. And the Hanged Man being major arcana is very big energy, big decisions, tapping into our sort of more internal awareness, our psychic selves, going inward, looking at our situation as they truly are, looking at them from a place of, the reality of the situation. That would be the sort of the Hanged Man hanging there. Some of us are consciously aware that we're maybe stuck or feeling a little bit stuck, or feeling that we're in a situation that needs improvement, but we're not really sure quite how to go about proving it. improving it. That Hanged Man to me speaks to this idea of being patient and being kind to ourselves and allowing ourselves the time to sort of hang there and look at things as they are. And when we're ready to take flight in the form of that bat, which was in the imagery of the Hanged Man, we will take that flight. The reason why I feel that is this Ten of Cups to me is a very beneficial, Ten of Pentacles is a very beneficial card. Tens represent the completion of cycles, right? And then when I go to this idea of this truth stone that we have underneath all of this, right? We haven't seen today's grounding stone yet, but when we're looking at and seeking out our own truth, and last week was peace, I feel like there is some sort of a transformation that's taking place for us if we're allowing it and we're focusing on these things, these sort of, because there is truth in peace, right? In the finding of peace, we find sort of our own truth around many different things, many different situations. So I sort of see this parallel in both of the weekly grounding stones. Now, this Ten of Pentacles says to me that we're emanating out this idea of wanting something more. Pentacles deals with the element of earth energy, right? It also deals with the element of sort of a slower energy, right? And Pentacles tends to move because it's in the realm of the material. It moves a little bit slower. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to accumulate, a little bit longer to come round. What I love about this, and where's my pointer, is that the colors that are flowing out of these 10 Pentacles are a lot of those colors that we saw wrapping around that sword by end of the week with that Ace of Swords energy, which felt like absolute clarity, decision making, being able to step forward and move towards whatever it is we want. So here today for me on this Monday, I feel like some of us might really be looking at our financial situation, our home life, our relationships, whatever materially we need to improve, create more abundance in, and we're actually looking at them through what I would think would be rather positive eyes or from a positive viewpoint. Where is it that I can change things and improve them for the better, right? That Hanged Man energy says to me, we may not actually start, how do I want to put this? We may not physically start the work until the midweek, but right now we're looking at the possibility with this 10 of Pentacles. And it's interesting that we get a Pentacles card because I know the midweek card is that 8 of Pentacles, which is actually doing the work with this Pentacles energy. So right now we're looking at sort of, I think for most of you, the opportunity of what is it that we want to create? What vibration do we want to emanate from our chakra system? You know, we have the first chakra, second chakra, third, fourth, fifth, and beyond, right? Just sort of emanating out in this desire of how do we want the world to look? How do we want to be in our world? Where do we want to fit in our world? And so as we do that while we're in this Hanged Man state, the Hanged Man is always spiritually connected, always sort of, even though he might be a little bit stuck or needs to make a decision, I feel like the energy today is about what is the best possible decision that we can find, right? That's this 10 of Pentacles energy is, if I could have anything in the store, what would it be? If I could fill my plate with anything from the buffet, what would it be? That's sort of this energy, playing in this energy and kind of feeling it, thinking about it, pondering it, looking at it, figuring out the ways, the avenues, and that's that clarity that I think is going to come with the Aces of Swords later, right? But right now we want to like sort of look at the ideas of what brings about this fulfillment, what brings about this abundance. And for some of you, this may not just be abundance for the self. That would be definitely represented in like say a 9 of Pentacles energy. This can be abundance for an entire group of people, for a family, for yourself and others in some way, shape, or form. This could be your friends. Tens usually also, like I said, offer up a completion of a cycle, right? So whatever it feels like we are letting go of or we might be completing, it's going to be to our benefit and the benefit of others. And we want to keep that in focus and as part of our sort of I guess dream. I wouldn't associate a Pentacles card with a dream per se, but there is a desire in here, I feel like, that's emanating from these colors around these Pentacles that says to me, the ideas are there, the opportunity is there. That Hanged Man energy says that maybe we're not able to move just quite yet. we need to formulate it, and that's why we're looking at this Ten of Pentacles right now. That's why we're sort of building this this energy around us, this possibility, the power of this possibility, the dynamism of this possibility. And by midweek, that Eight of Pentacles says we start to build that web to maybe catch some of these things that we want or we desire, that we see and feel in this 10. Okay? So keep that hope alive. Now let's go into the next card and see what it has to offer. Okay, wow. Okay, this is like good shit, guys. This is the golden egg. I don't even know what the golden egg is, but I am going to say this. Eggs always represent this idea of birth. I love that this egg is seated in a nest. I know that the black egg that we had, I want to say, was it at the end of the week last week? It was that idea of truth, right? And now we have this truth stone that's like sort of here with us for this week. So that was that energy of the black egg finishing out Saturday. Now we're coming in with this black egg truth, or this truth in the truth stone that's sort of coming through to us. And now we're looking at this level of this golden egg, which to me, the golden egg is sort of about, and I have not read the definition yet, but to me, this is about that birth of new ideas. But it being golden has got like sort of that light to it, that beauty, that excitement, that higher vibration in a way. Right, where the black egg sits in its in the truth, and sometimes the truth, when seeking the truth, we have to go into the darker recesses, right, to find it maybe within ourselves. This golden egg to me feels about like the opportunity to shine. I do get this pause with this egg, and part of the reason why I feel this pause is this nest that's filled around it. Right? This nest nurtures it and keeps it warm and keeps it safe while it incubates or becomes what it needs to be. That's sort of this energy that we also have swirling around these 10 pentacles. Well, that's technically 9 pentacles, but what this card represents is the 10th pentacle. 10th. Who knows? Maybe this energy swirl is the 10th pentacle. But this swirl of energy around whatever it is our desires are, or whatever it is we want to create in a positive manner that brings about that sort of abundance, we're sitting on that idea. We're sort of bringing it into fruition through this golden egg. This is an element of spirit, guys. So again, we have this mixture of spirit meeting with material. How do we channel what it is we want from our deepest desires and make them a reality? Right? This is the energy we're playing with. We certainly have enough free time to do this at this time. So, keeping that in mind, I believe that this golden egg is something positive. I don't know. I hope it isn't like, you know, some awful meaning in the book. I'm going to read it to you in just a moment. Let me actually read it now so that before I pull the golden grounding stone. Let me see what the golden egg has to say. A second, let me find it. All right, first I'll read the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is fulfillment and abundance. The Ten of Pentacles signifies material and spiritual abundance in nearly every area of your life. The number 10 usually indicates completion, and in this case, the journey was well worth it. So be generous, not only with your money, but also with your wisdom. Provide guidance to those who struggle. You will be rewarded tenfold. So you guys have something. There's something I feel like in this Ten of Pentacles that says to me, you either, if you don't know that you have it already, you certainly are thinking about how to go about creating whatever it is you feel that is lacking. The energy is emanating from you in this rainbow pattern out into your world. Where can you improve? Where can you be happier? And that's that Hanged Man energy of sort of like looking at these things through a more spiritual perspective, and also sort of maybe pausing and waiting and acting when the time is right, right? And that's also, there's timing with eggs too, I feel like, you know, an egg it needs its time to sort of come about and then be born. So with the golden egg, we have message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Wow, beautiful. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. And that's that time that we see in that Hanged Man even the time that we're going to see in that Eight of Pentacles. So even if we start working and we don't feel like we're fully moving forward, just keep working and knowing that the dream is real. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga, nidra, or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. This is your soul, guys. This is like taking time to meet your soul, I think. The golden egg in the fourth chakra. So the subtle essence, and that's your heart chakra, guys. The golden egg, the subtle essence of the golden egg is nestled deep within the heart center of the fourth chakra. The chakra called Anahata is the home of the self or soul. By bringing the mind into the center, we discover a portal to the most intimate and luminous space. It is said our inner guide sits there in deep meditation waiting for us. Anahata translates as unstruck sound. This is like a stunning reading. This pause that we see in the first two cards of the week is so needed for you to take the quiet time to find this unstruck sound within you. What is it that you want to create? What sort of abundance do you want? And how do you want to go about creating it? Oh wow, we just saw this stone just the other day. I love this stone too because it's always on an upside down heart to me. But it's courage. Remember, we have that stone of truth, and there's truth in this golden egg. And sometimes finding our own truth, even if it's a positive truth, right? Like what it is we truly desire, sometimes we can be so fearful of that we can't even voice it, or that we're afraid to pursue it because we're afraid we may fail or that we don't deserve it. But these are like truths our mind tells ourselves. If we go to the place of this golden egg, to this unstruck sound, and we check in with our heart chakra, I bet you our mind may say something completely different, our heart may say something completely different than our mind. But we have to have the courage to do that. You know, last week was seeking that peace, and we saw courage then again also. To me, seeking both of these things, our truth and the peace that lies or resides within that truth, does take courage. But you guys have that courage within you. That is your forecast for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye-bye.